Niner fans, how we doing? How we feeling? You're probably not feeling too good, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, we got some big news today. You guys heard, I'm sure. If you haven't, let me be the first to tell you, Brock Purdy is not starting Sunday. He's got a shoulder injury. He's got shoulder soreness. They tried to get him out there. Today, this morning, John Lynch said, oh, he's fine. He looks good. The MRI was great. And then today, Kyle Shanahan told us, well, yeah, he's not starting because we are still not sure. They don't even know if he's going to be able to play the following week against the Bills. They're not sure if it's going to be a long-term injury or not. Like, this sucks, man. Quarterback one of the Niners done. Like, how many times have the 49ers have a quarterback and an injury that pretty much ruins the season? Almost every year. It's crazy. You go through the history books, Jimmy Garoppolo, now you got Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, Colin Kaepernick got hurt one time, Steve Young, like over and over, Alex Smith, the year after year after year, you get these quarterback injuries, and it's just painful. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. Brandon Allen is your starting quarterback. Starting quarterback, let me say that again, is Brandon Allen. Chat, are we cooked? Are we cooked? You guys let me know. I feel like we're kind of cooked. I mean, I hope Brandon Allen could come into Lambeau and pull off the upset. It would be a monumental game. It would be a huge feather on their cap to go into Lambeau, beat this great team without, Brandon Allen or without Brock Purdy. And Nick Bosa's not playing now. He's going to be ruled out because he has an oblique and hip injury. Nick Bosa's out. Brock Purdy's out. Trent Williams is going to be a game-time decision, and it's not looking good. Charvarius Ward's out. Obviously, he can take all the time in the world, but it's going to put a strain on the secondary. Ronaldo Green's going to really have to step up, but it's tough, man. No starting quarterback. Brandon Allen thrown into the fire in the biggest game of the season against the Green Bay Packers. This is pretty much must-win, season on the line, make or break season type game, and you got Brandon Allen. And a lot of people are upset because they think Josh Dobbs should have started. I want to let you guys kind of throw those answers out at me. Should Josh Dobbs be started? Kyle Shanahan says, Brandon Allen's ran the system for 2 years. He has a little bit better grasp of the offense. I feel like Dobbs is a better quarterback, but we'll see. Hopefully Brandon Allen can hold it down. There are a couple comments here. Nathan Banks says Packers are going to be without some players, don't forget. So that's going to help us. Jair Alexander will be out. And Edgerrin Cooper, their star linebacker, he's a good young linebacker, he's going to be out. So that will help the 49ers because they're going to go up against the Packers defense that are going to be missing a few players, but there's still a really good defense. I don't know if that's going to be enough to help the 49ers in this game. Without Nick Bosa, that is the heart and soul of this pass rush. I mean, you saw what the Packers were able to do once Nick Bosa was out. It was dire straits. And now, no Brock Purdy. That's scary to me. You got to hand the ball off. CMC has to play his game of his career or game of the season, really. Obviously, he's only played a few games, but CMC has to be at that top-tier level. Deebo Samuel has to come out and prove T.O. wrong this weekend. We saw what T.O. said about Deebo Samuel, how he's worried about his fashion before the game. This is time for Deebo to come in and strap it up and show him that he's locked in. You got Juwan Jennings, who's a dog. George Kittle's going to be back this weekend, so they have to step up. Brandon Allen has the weapons. Now, this is what's funny because remember the media sat there and said, oh, you could just put any quarterback in on the 49ers. You could put in any quarterback in the 49ers. Now they're not too sure. Oh, my God, Brandon Allen. Now the media, the same people that said you could just put any quarterback in the 49ers lineup. Those same people are like, 49ers have no chance. They're cooked. They're done. The same people that said you can put any quarterback in the 49ers lineup and they'll be great. They'll be great. The same people say, 49ers are done. So I need the media to keep the same energy because this is not the same team without Brock Purdy. It's not the same team without Brock. It's not the same without Brock Purdy. Why don't I live stream the game anymore? Because I'm posting content. And also, if you live stream the games, you'll lose your account, my boy. Unfortunate news, but Instagram will clap my page, and it's not worth losing all the hard work I put into it. I wish I could still stream for you guys, but can't do that anymore. That's a 2022 question over there, but it's all good. Josh Allen versus Brandon Allen next week. Let's just hope Brock Purdy could come back next week. Um, it's tough. Brandon Allen legacy game. Yeah, it's gonna be stressful, man. Chris Teal says I would be starting Dobbs over Allen. What do you think? I feel like Dobbs is a better quarterback in terms of what he can give to this team in terms of his athleticism, playmaking ability. I feel like he's like the more dynamic quarterback. Brandon Allen, he's your vanilla. It's not exciting, but I mean he probably has a good grasp of the offensive playbook. He's been on this team for 2 years. He knows the plays. He knows the sets. Like in that sense, yeah, okay, Brandon Allen may be more knowledgeable of the team's concepts because he's been with the team more. But Josh Dobbs he's an astronaut, the pastronaut. You think he's a dumb cookie? No, I think he can pick it up. But for whatever reason, during the offseason, during the preseason, Kyle Shanahan, he evaluated this team and he felt that Brandon Allen was the QB2. And that was, a lot of people were surprised today. But I mean, Brandon Allen has been QB2 of this team all season long. So now he gets his opportunity. Man, he has to make the most of it. I mean, I know a lot of us are not too thrilled for Brandon Allen, but I mean, if there's ever an injury, any team's got to rely on their backup, and you just hope that they can be, serviceable. But now you have to hope that your backup quarterback's more than serviceable and they can get a win. So I don't know. I like Dobbs because he can kind of move. He can use his legs. He can run. He can gun. But maybe he's just not as maybe he's not as sharp with his decision making. Because there was times last year and the other years I've seen Dobbs where like he'll peak and you're like, oh my God, this is the guy. He looks good. He looks good. And then he'll have like this game where you're like, oh, that's why he's a backup quarterback. So he's inconsistent. I mean, I'm not going to hate him. I'm not sitting there saying that Brandon Allen's great and this consistent quarterback. He hasn't had a lot of opportunities. But again, according to Kyle's system, he feels like Brandon digested it and knows it better. But again, Dobbs, man, when Dobbs is on his game, he's a pretty damn quarterback. We've seen it on the Vikings. I mean, Arizona, there's been times where you're like, whoo, what a shot of adrenaline Dobbs was. I mean, all he needs is that one like spark plug type game, and he could come out and beat the Packers. But again, regardless, the Niners have to execute on offense, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Honestly, to me, the bigger injury is Nick Bosa being, out for this game on Sunday. That, to me, is a massive, massive injury. This guy is the pass rush. We saw exactly what happened last week when the 49ers didn't have Nick Bosa, and it was devastating. It was devastating without Nick Bosa, man. And I just hope they can get enough pass rush, but Robert Beal has not been, good at all in the pass rush department. He's going to have to step up. Leonard Floyd had his best game last week, but a lot of that came with Nick Bosa, and he was getting, one-on-one coverage. Now everybody's going to shift their focus and attention on Leonard Floyd. He's going to get doubles, and they're going to chip him out. Who's going to step up on this pass rush? Like Yetur Gross-Matos was okay last week, but, he's a tweener. He's going to go inside, outside. Is he going to generate enough pressure? This is what scares me. Jordan Love's going to have time all day to throw if they can't get to him and they can't blitz him and whatnot. I mean, Jordan Love does make mistakes. He does throw interceptions. I think he has 11 on the season. He's, up near the top of turnovers. So the 49ers could get to this man and could force him to get turnovers. But they have to stay on his throat. They got to get pressure. So I don't know. We do have to blitz more. If the 49ers beat the Packers, says Nathan, get ready for a quarterback controversy. I don't think so. I think Brandon Allen's going to have a QB controversy. I will tell you this injury puts a lot into perspective of the future because now the 49ers are going to be worried. Is this shoulder injury a serious thing? Will he require surgery? Like, we don't even know the extent of Brock's shoulder. Imagine he has to go get shoulder surgery this offseason. I'm not saying he will, but imagine this injury becomes really bad. 49ers are probably going to draft a quarterback this offseason just to be safe. Or maybe it tells me that they may not pay him $60 million or $50 or whatever they were going to pay him. This really puts a big question mark on the future of Brock Purdy. Like, we don't know if this is a long-term issue or what. It was kind of weird this week. Kyle Shanahan says, he's going to be limited. We'll see how he goes through the week. John Lynch today said, he got an MRI. He's good. It's good. Didn't show up to practice today, and then they rule him out. And then Kyle goes to the media today, and he's like, well, we're not sure if it's going to be a long-term or not, and they just wanted to be safe and shut them down. So again, there's no real understanding of what's going on. Shoulder stuff could become very, problematic, and it's his throwing shoulder. We don't know what's going to happen with Brock. We don't know what's going to happen with the future of this team. Now, if the 49ers implode and they lose to the Packers and several other of these coming up games, 49ers have to look into the mirror and see what the hell is going to happen at the quarterback position again. Like, we could potentially, the 49ers potentially could have another quarterback situation on their hands. I don't know. But that same injury, that same situation is going to keep the coaching staff. Like, for those people that are on the train of get rid of Kyle Shanahan, this is his reason of, I can't be fired. Brock got hurt. My team got hurt. Can't get rid of me. So the people that want Kyle gone, this is his built-in, I guess you would say, excuse of why you can't get rid of him, because we didn't get a fair chance to see what he can do with this team this year. So again, if Kyle's, season doesn't go the way he wants, if the 49ers season doesn't go the way we all want him to, they can say, oh, well, it was one of those injury-marred seasons. It wasn't, a normal season. We'll try again. We'll fix everything in the offseason, and the regime will keep rolling. So it's going to be one of those weird off seasons if the 49ers can't get their players back. Again, Nick Bosa's hurt. Trent Williams is hurt. Brock Purdy's hurt. All these guys, star players, are hurt, and it's affecting the team. You chalk the season up to, oh, well, we didn't have our stars. So it's a tough pill to swallow. So put Jennings at quarterback. Pick up Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. Trent is old. He's getting up there. Why are you also negative? Root forever is starting no matter what. I don't think it's that they're negative, but we want the starters to win. You pay your money. You put in your efforts to see the starters. Like, yeah, of course, we're going to sit there and support Brandon Allen. But I think fans have every right to be a little upset that their starting quarterback, Brock Purdy, is hurt now. And they didn't invest on a great offensive line. I think that's where fans are upset. The 49ers have not really invested too much on the offensive line. Dominic Pooney, great. Rest of those guys are kind of Walmart guys. Aaron Banks, he's okay, but he's not stellar. He's not having this amazing season. Trent Williams is great. He's getting older. He's breaking down. Other than that, they really haven't done a job of finding that heir apparent to Trent Williams. And Brock's running for his life half the time. So, yeah, he's getting thrown into the wolves. He's having to do so much. We've seen him, create with his legs a lot this year. So, yeah, he's getting thrown in there into the fire. Offensive line's not helping him. He gets hurt. And now Brandon Allen, you're relying on Brandon Allen to be your starting quarterback in a must-win, dire straits game. I can see why fans are a little upset. I mean, it makes sense. I'm not mad at anybody that's a little irritated on there. So. I think people are just being realistic. I think we all want this team to win. I'm flying my ass off tonight to Green Bay to freeze. Fans are for real, like, amazing. There's gonna be 40% Niner fans there. I'm sure fans are still excited to go to this game, but that excitement level goes down when you don't have Nick Bosa, when you don't have Brock Purdy. It's frustrating, So I think we all want this team to win a Super Bowl. A lot of teams, wish they'd have the talent that the Niners have. And the Niners have an abundance of talent, but we get so far, no cigar, and we're back to square one. So it's tough. Make sure I bring a good jacket for sure. For sure. A lot of you guys want to tank for next season. We tanking? Who we tanking for? Shedeur? Tanking for Travis Hunter? I want Travis Hunter for sure. All I want is a Super Bowl. Me too. We're going to catch that dub. I hope so, man. I hope we do. I hope so. Brandon Allen was slinging them. I'm telling you, if Brandon Allen goes out there and slings it and wins, I'll be the hypest. Are you kidding me? I'll be laughing at those Packer fans in Green Bay. Like, can you imagine if the 49ers beat the Packers in Green Bay with Brandon Allen at quarterback? I'm never going to let anybody live it down. I'm not going to let any Packers fan live. I will probably get kicked out for how silly and crazy I'm going to be on Sunday. If the 49ers find a way to beat the Packers with Brandon Allen, oh my. I'm going to be to the moon. It's going to be great. What do you guys think? What's the prediction? Let me know what you guys just think in the comments. What are your predictions? My man Jake is going to be there. I won't speak for the entire car ride if Brandon Allen beats the Packers. Yeah, if the 49ers beat the Packers, I think Jake's going to be a little under the weather. I'm sure. You pray that I get kicked out. I might get kicked out. I might get kicked out. Yeah, my man David said if Purdy's average, then Allen should fill in just fine, right? And again, what the media has pushed is Brock Purdy's just, this average quarterback and he benefits from the Avengers and anybody can step in. So if that's the narrative, that fits the media, then Brandon Allen should fit right in and the Niners should win this game. And we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. Renee says, have fun. Have a safe trip to Green Bay. Would love to see you breakdance there. I might have to breakdance in Green Bay. Nathan says, imagine if the Niners beat the Packers. Matt LaFleur is going to be sick to know he can't beat the Niners with a backup QB. Whoo, that's what I'm saying. If they beat the Packers with this backup quarterback, Matt LaFleur's got to be disgusted. Disgusted. Sire says the Niners win with the Moody field goal. I hope so. If the Niners lose, does that help the elite Purdy argument? Yeah, if the Niners lose, we could sit here and say, look, didn't have Brock Purdy. Probably could have won the game. It depends how the game plays out. Like if Packers blow us out, maybe not. But we'll see how this one goes. What chat? We're in two chats. We're in YouTube. We're in Instagram. We're reading two chats. Niners and Packers are having a who's more finish competition. Why not bring in Jacob Cowing as a deep threat? I don't know. He's a rookie. You know how Kyle is with rookies. He did have a concussion last week, so I don't know how, good he's going to be this week, but he's more the return man. I think that's what they're really focusing on Cowing for is return duties. Maybe he'll get some opportunities as the season goes on. And if the season does get, pretty much to the point where they're really cooked and they're eliminated, maybe he'll give more opportunities to young guys to see what he can do. Because, again, next year, we don't know what's going to happen with receiver. Brandon Ayuk, is he going to be back? Probably not. Maybe till the late of the season. Who knows what's going to happen with Debo? You got to develop Ricky Pearsall. You got to develop Jacob Cowing. So who knows? Cowing, was he ruled out today? Yeah. So like I said, I know he was dealing with the concussion. I didn't see that 100% update. So looks like Cowing will be out Sunday because of the concussion. So yeah, he won't be even playing. Danny said this is exactly like 2020. Yeah, it was tough, man. River Craycraft was wide receiver 1 that week. Yeah, it was bad. That was tough. This definitely does feel like that 2020 season where the whole team just got banged up and, you gave up. You went to the Super Bowl, you lost, you came back, you had all this hope, and all your great players get hurt. It's tough, Kittle gonna ball. I think Kittle will definitely ball out, especially with the Packers without their top linebacker and Edgerrin Cooper. I think that's a huge loss for them. Kittle's been balling this season. I think if anything, Brandon Allen, just throw it to Kittle, man. Give it to your safety blanket. Let that man ball out, So Abel says, do you believe Dobbs should be the starter? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. I definitely think Dobbs should be the guy. He's a little bit more dynamic. I feel he would give this offense, a great chance to win. I think he does have good connection with Juwan Jennings. They played in college. I think there would be some chemistry already with Jennings there. I don't know. I just feel like his ability to escape, and use his legs more would help this team. But, that's my concern is Brandon Allen. He's not too mobile in terms of his ability to run. And this offensive line hasn't played good. We know the Packers have a great defense. They're going to come in, bring that pressure. What's going to happen when the blitz comes to Brandon Allen? What's going to happen when he feels that pressure and he's like staring down, all these pass rushers in his face and he's going to be like, oh my God. That's my concern is I think Dobbs would be able to extend the play a little bit, buy a little bit of time, and then throw the ball still where just like Brock Purdy. Now, Brandon Allen, he's going to drop back, get sacked like he's burnt toast, and that's to me the big concern. Like, can he get the ball out quick? Can he release the ball out quick? Because other than getting the ball out quick, he's got no other option because he can't really run much. He's not too athletic. So that to me is the big concern. Allen won the second string during the offseason. He did. Kyle liked what he saw. And again, he could sling it. He could throw a pretty pass, you know. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to find out what's gonna happen. Definitely interested on Sunday. I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm nervous. Rashawn Gary's gonna go crazy, huh? Rashawn Gary definitely going to be bringing that blitz to the Niners, but you never know, man. At the end of the day, you just never know. Crazy things happen in this league. Niners lost to Colt McCoy one time. I remember that, and I was like, oh, man, this is easy. Niners going to run the table. They're going to beat the crap out of the Cardinals, and little did we know, a couple hours later, we'd find ourselves after a loss to Colt McCoy. So don't count out the Niners. They still have great talent. George Kittle, Juwan Jennings, you got Christian McCaffrey. You got Deebo Samuel. You still got Fred Warner. You got Deommodore Lenoir. You know, you may not have all your players, but you still got a hell of a squad. So I still think this team has a fighting chance to defeat the Green Bay Packers. So we'll see. I know a lot of people are stressed out and frustrated, but we'll see. I mean, you can't. There's nothing the Niners could do. You just got to hope for the best. Maybe Brandon Allen comes out and we're like, whoa, okay. I mean, here's the thing. A couple years back, right? Brock Purdy came up. Nobody gave the Niners a chance when he got thrown into the Wolves, right? I remember that. Trey Lance goes down that season. Jimmy comes in, kind of a savior that year. He goes down, and then you're down to your third quarterback, and you're like, oh, no, Brock Purdy. I remember the stadium was like, oh, who's coming in at quarterback? Like, nobody knew who it was. And then Brock came in, and it was like, okay, look at this guy. And then, of course, the story went on from there. The rest is history. So we all love Brock because he came in and he showed himself and he proved himself. You just never know. What if Brandon Allen comes in and has a legacy game? You just never know. You just never know. I hope the Niners take care of this dub. So we'll see. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your day. I got to finish packing to get out of here and get to Green Bay. You guys have a good one. Love y'all. Go Niners. Brandon Allen, QB1. Nick Bosa, not going to play. Trent Williams, game time decision. We'll see you Sunday. Go Niners.